Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I got the DC Multiverse Adam West Batman a little while ago. I was disappointed by a couple of things. The main thing that bothered me was the length of the cape. It was way too long, and I was considering cutting it. I'm like, oh god, what if I screw it up? Oh no, should I not? I don't know. Because when you look at the cape, the actual cape, the NECA one is more accurate. It was shorter than him, basically. It wouldn't touch the ground, and you could see the backs of his thighs, the grey, costume. Whereas this one, it would come all the way down and go beyond. So what I did, I actually cut it. And all it took was taking out about 1.5 centimeters. And I thought it would be really difficult. I thought it wouldn't be smooth, the edge would be really rough. I just thought, I'm going to ruin it, but I just couldn't stand it because whenever I tried to position it or anything, I found I was constantly having to tuck the cape underneath his feet or just to try and make it fit on the stand because it was too long. And now, I mean, it's still too long, but it's just the edges of the cape that are too long now. And they easily bend. So, as you can see, it just bends like that on the cape, on the stand. So, the cape can you can lift it up and it can drop back down and it sits. So you can move him around and either they bend forward or backwards and it's fine because it's just little tips that are too long now. So the overall cape looks fine. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. It didn't go wrong. I don't regret it. And it's not quite right. It's hard to tell, but it's just a little bit, should be a little bit, the little arches here should be a little deeper, but I'm not going to try and make it more accurate. And like this one here is a little bit longer than that one. So I really should try and cut that shorter, but I'm scared that I will actually, I want to stop while I'm ahead. Because the issue was it was too long, and it would have to, in order to stand him, you'd have to fold it under his feet to go so he could stand, basically. And that, because it's so stiff, it was just a hassle. And I just found myself not touching it because I'm like, ugh, if I pick it up, I'm going to have to, try and bend the cape back under. And now I don't have to because it's just the main length of the cape is basically the length of his feet, and the tips are a little bit longer, but they fold under. So I'm very happy with that. I'm glad I did it. And now when you stand him up, he looks great. And I don't mind that the cape is that long because it looks good long. And the issue of it not being able to like sit and sort of sticking up because it's so stiff, it would just sort of stick up and you have to bend it under. Now you don't have to do that. So now I have 2 Batman figures I actually like, because I like this one now that I've altered it and I've given him that little shadow under his jaw. So now I have 2 Batman figures I like. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of modifying toys, because it can go very wrong. Like, all I had to remove was this little couple of centimetre or so little sliver, and that's all it took to fix the problem. Okay, so I kept going. Basically, the original problem was that the 4 sections here at the end were longer than the rest, and I cut the first 2 out because that was easy to do, but it left the ones on the sides longer than some of the other points on the cape. So I was afraid that I would mess it up, but I did it anyway, and now they're all even, they're all the same length. The difference is the 2 sections on each side of the cape, these sort of little sections here come in further, whereas these ones, they're like the little like section here doesn't come up as far, the little arch. So, but that's kind of okay because that's the part that sits behind him. So it hangs behind him and you're not seeing through the arches in the cape. So it kind of works. So when you turn him around, it all sits fairly even at the bottom, and you still get like the shape on the sides. The only issue is, I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything about it, but one side of the cape is actually longer than the other, so I need to take about a centimetre, half centimetre off this side. But I'm afraid to touch the stitching there. I'm afraid it'll start coming undone. And when you have it, you know, the cape sitting down, you don't really notice, but I know. So it looks okay. I'm just going to leave it like this, and hopefully I'll be able to just live with that little factory fault and not make it worse.